Welcome to Comfort Hour number 2. This is the bonus video. So, this is about moonshine. Alright? This is why I don't drink that shit. I'm never fucking with that shit. And if you drink moonshine, I fucking salute you. But no. Alright, so two things I learned about moonshine. The first thing I learned is it's not for me. Second thing I learned is it's not for everybody else either. So, we're going to give you two stories. I hope I can get through them. But I'll give you two stories. So the first story is pretty nasty. It's gross. It's horrible. I shouldn't puke, but you know it involves puke. So my favorite uncle on my mom's side, the one I still love but don't trust, barely talk to. He went out one night or one day, and him and his girlfriend. Now he came back. And he was like fucking tore up from the floor up, man. And his son was upstairs. And I was upstairs. But first I was downstairs with him when this shit started to go down. So he came in with the moonshine, drank some of the moonshine, and he got sick. I can't be around people who get sick because then I'll get sick. So, we're leaving it there so that I don't get sick while making this video. Because that talking about it also makes me sick. So, this motherfucker had way too much moonshine. And something was wrong with whatever the fuck he ate. Let's just say, the long and short is that he bathed in puke for a few minutes. I'm not sure if I went upstairs or if I went outside. That's how vague the memory is. I should remember it like it was yesterday because it wasn't that long ago. It was way before I went to the military though, so it probably might have been that long ago. But yeah, we were living on Castella Street. Somehow, some way, the moonshine didn't settle well in his stomach. And at the bottom of the steps, see, there's when you go in the house, there's a landing, and you go straight up the steps from the door, and then you step down to go into the living room. This man got the puking, and I got the fuck up out of Dodge. I said, nah, dude, and the thing only had one door in and one door out, so I went out the door when he went down, or either I went up the stairs when he went down. And I left his girlfriend with him. And all he could say was, Jesus help me. Jesus help me. Puke every fucking where. I love you, uncle. But that was some shit. There was not love in the world for me to help him out. And I mean, I don't know how they cleaned it up, but I know I didn't have any part of cleaning it up because I have a really weak stomach. And I was just like, no, I'm done, dude. Nope. So he laid there for like an hour in that shit. Eventually, they got it up. They cleaned it up. And I was like, the house, you know what puke smells like. The house smelled like that for a couple of days. And you can walk around like going, yeah, yeah. So I was like, yeah. We had to spray things, light incense, everything. And me and his son, my cousin Russ dog, he's like, nah, we can't help him, yo, we can't help him. And I'm like, nah, that's your daddy, dog, you gotta help him. They're like, nah, dog, I can't do it. And we both upstairs, or either I was upstairs and I called, somehow or another, something is not clicking in my head on where the fuck I was at, but I know I was in the house until that happened. Now I can't remember if I was outside or inside. I had concussions, y'all, so forgive me. I'm not going to blame it on old age. I literally have had concussions, at least 3 of them. Because at one point in time, when my first concussion, thank you, Miss Early. My first concussion, I literally thought that I was Christopher Columbus. I thought I was Christopher Columbus, which is why we knew I had a concussion. It's why my mom had to take me to the hospital. The school, Berlin Moran, didn't inform her that I got injured at school. And I had this big-ass fucking knot on my head because me and Miss Early was playing football without equipment, and I was the irresistible force. Mish was the unmovable object. And Mish was a little bit bigger than me, but he wasn't way bigger than me. But it was basically like a sports car getting crushed by a Mack truck, and I got a concussion that night. So my memory's a little jagged. Just so in case y'all think that I'm explaining it wrong, I probably am, because my long-term memory and short-term memory, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But back to the story. I know my uncle was laid in that puke for quite some time. But this goes to show you that karma never forgets an address. This is how I learned that moonshine wasn't for me. Moonshine, the kind he had bought, had no fucking smell. Now, some moonshines that you buy do have a smell. So I was working out one day. Uncle's at home, and he warned me, but I listened to him and I heard him. I didn't know, he didn't write it on the fucking milk jug which one was moonshine. So we always have ice water in the house. So I, being the dumbass that I am, and because this shit didn't have a smell, I went and worked out. I was at Clark School. I ran around the block twice. I came in the house, thirsty as fuck, sweaty as hell. Got the moonshine, thinking that I got the ice water. Got a cup out of the cabinet, poured it in the cup, put the moonshine back in the refrigerator, took that shit to the head, drank it. All of this shit was on fire. All of it. My head hurt for 3 days. I do not recall if I threw up. So I may tell this story again, and I probably will remember if I threw up. But I can tell you, it burnt all the way the fuck down. All the way the fuck down. It never stopped burning. And my head never stopped hurting. My head hurt for 3 fucking days. That part I remember completely, because it was like, I took Advil for it, nothing stopped it. Excedrin, nothing stopped it. If I would have probably had some Tylenol with codeine, I probably would have been alright. I couldn't shake that shit off. Went to bed early for 3 days, couldn't shake that shit off. My head hurt and hurt and hurt. It felt like Colossus punched me in my skull. And I wasn't ready to mutate, and my skull wasn't adamantium, so my shit got crushed. So that's how bad the pain was. The pain was just like incredible. And it's like boom, boom, boom. My head was just hurting, hurting, hurting. And I was like, man, fuck this shit. And then I fucked up again, because then I got sink water and drank it, which didn't help at all. It just burnt more. I was like, yo, what the fuck, yo? He's like, you drink that moonshine. I was like, the fuck? You said that the moonshine was in one of the milk jugs, but you ain't say which one, so I just grabbed the closest one to the refrigerator door. Yeah, moonshine's not for me. Moonshine is for some of you. And if you drink moonshine, again, I fucking salute you. But me? Echo's not touching that shit. No thank you. I'm good. No Firewater. If you tell me you're selling Firewater, I'm gonna know not to buy it, because I know what the fuck that means. Firewater equals moonshine. No thank you. And whatever he had, I don't think it was distilled properly, because that shit burnt all the way the fuck down. And it might have been the same shit that he was fucking puking up and swimming in a couple of days before. So, again, moonshine's not for me. If you're a drinker of moonshine, may God have mercy on your soul, and good luck with that. That being said, I am Echo Fang Grey Wolf. Thank you guys for hearing me out. Thank you to the 309 of you who have been here, sticking with me, everything. You guys mean the world to me. Help me push myself through. You guys help me stay in this good place that I am right now. And yeah, I know somewhere, someone has an uncle just like mine who has had way too much to drink and has had to have a puke bath in his own filth because he drank too much and the food didn't settle with the liquor, and I'm pretty sure it burnt all the way the fuck back up too. Anyway, that being said, thank you guys for watching. I am Echo from This is Come Forever number 2. Be seeing.